Hey guys, welcome to day 3 at Olympic National Park. Just arrived at Hurricane Ridge, and again, just gorgeous on top of gorgeous. Yeah, that's snow. That's snow. And there's that parking lot down there. So right now I'm doing, I believe it's called Hurricane Ridge Trail. And lots of people out here. It's not overcrowded, but lots of people. Very pretty. Very green. One of the things about Olympic Park, I think it's like 100 million acres. Basically takes up the whole western corner of the state of Washington. It's a lot of space to cover, and most of these attractions, you're looking at least an hour. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna get up and run over here. No. You're gonna be driving for some time. It took me from, I was staying in Sequim, something like that. I think I'm saying the name of it right. Last night. And it took me about an hour from Sequim, and I thought I was closer than that. But just from the park entrance itself, you're looking at another almost 30 minutes straight to the top, because everything is in and out with these different attractions. So you're driving, and you have to basically go back out the same way. So plan accordingly when you come out here. Looks beautiful so far.
But that's not the only way up. There's also another way up.
Looks like this is a lift that is out of commission. That would have been really nice. I wonder why it's not functioning. It says Olympic Ski Patrol there, but it looks like it's also not in commission. Maybe at one time it was a thing, but it just looks like an old relic. Let's take a look at some of these flowers and trees. The park that I was at yesterday, it was 40 miles before you can get food or gas. 40 miles. So luckily they did have a restaurant. It was pricey. The food was mediocre, but there was an option at that particular park. But normally, since I've been out here, you don't have those options. You have to wait until you drive some distance to find food and, a suitable bathroom situation. But all those things are to be expected. It's just good to note. So Highway 101 looks like it runs around basically the perimeter of the park, and it takes something like 3 to 4 hours to get around the whole perimeter of the park. And some people choose to just do that. It's super scenic. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Like, I grew up on the East Coast, and now I live in the South, and this type of landscape is just not an everyday thing for me. So I have been in awe every day that I've been here. Hurricane Ridge has got to be one of the most breathtaking spots in the Pacific Northwest. Named for its fierce winter winds, Hurricane Ridge transforms with the seasons. So you get the wildflowers in the summertime and the powdery snow in the winter. Every single step along this ridge opens up to views that feel endless, almost unreal. This is the main trail, the Hurricane Ridge Trail. It's all paved. I think it's a mile, 1.2, something like that. It leads into another smaller trail that is not paved. So off in the distance there, I see water. I'm going to assume that that is a lake. Still walking. So it kind of trips me out that a couple of steps in the wrong direction, and that is nearly vertical. It's about 75 degrees, and you will go tumbling down into that valley. And it's like that the whole way up here. Like I said, from the visitor center, you're looking at another like 15 miles to get to the top. If you mess up on either side of the road, of the winding road, you're gonna end up with a problem. And then in addition to that, there was some foraging deer, and they're like right on the side of the road, so you have to watch out for that while you're driving. You have falling rocks. None fell in front of me, of course, but you can see a lot of rocks kind of crumbled around the road where they may have fallen at one point. So you just definitely want to be on point. Don't come up here drunk or high. I just met someone earlier who asked me if I wanted to take a toke with her. I guess Washington is a weed legal state. And I told her, I said, you know what? I would do it if I wasn't driving today. You just want to be mindful and careful so that you don't ruin your vacation with a careless mistake, you know? It's too beautiful to ruin. Up here, above the noise and the world, you don't just see nature, you feel it. It's something indescribable.